Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman with Retired Slow Play, Skyrim Part 22. We are going to continue from where we left off last time. We were at Fort Dawnguard, and we had been given a new task to find some Elder Scrolls from Ezran. And we're going to go work on that a bit. I also had a level up to level 12. I'd been putting it off, and as you can see, I'm almost to level 13. So I'm getting up there to close to where I was the last time that I quit playing. I'm not quite past where I've gotten new content, but I'm getting very, very close. And here I'm kind of taking a look at what I want to increase, and I've got 3 perks at the moment. And I'm definitely going to be working on the lockpicking skill tree this time. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but I can already tell it's making a difference in my game, the way the game plays for me. So I'm very excited about that. Having easier time opening locks. And I got to thinking about this, the prices that people are paying me for things. And unless I'm wrong, Speechcraft is how I can get that to increase. If I'm incorrect about that, please do let me know. But that was kind of what I was thinking. I'm obviously focusing on destruction for my main skill that I'm using. I probably should be looking at restoration as well, but destruction is my main thing, and I like fire particularly. I do need to work on finding a frost spell, and I can try to remember to do that next time we are in Riften, but I keep forgetting to do it. So I decided to go ahead and work on this haggling, and I think I spent 2 of my perks. I have 1 left. So anyway, you should be proud of me that I only have 1 perk left instead of, 8. So taking a look here, I'm speeding through this because you don't need to see this, but I was really going through all of my quests and trying to figure out where they all were and what I intend to do next. And I noticed investigate Crystal something cave, it'll come up here again, was really nearby, Crystaldrift Cave. And I decided that was what I wanted to do next. It's just right south of Riften, and I had not been there. I don't remember even where we got the quest. So I thought, well, since we're down in this area, why don't we just run over there and see what's up in Crystaldrift Cave. Again, it's, you get a lot of quests just walking by people talking, and I guess that's good in some ways. In a lot of ways, I don't like it because I don't recall getting that quest, and it's frustrating to me. And sometimes the description is, like in that case, it was a miscellaneous quest and there really was no description of it. So sometimes the descriptions tell you who sent you on the quest or what's going on. Some of the miscellaneous ones, or all of them I think, they don't really tell you. So I don't know why I'm going to Crystaldrift Cave. I have no idea. Maybe someone just mentions that there was something there. I don't know. But it's very frustrating for me, and I hate having so many quest in my quest log that it's like out of control, and it gets to that point, to a point where I don't remember who I'm doing for what because there's just too much going on. So I like to clear things off when I can, and this is one of those situations that I'm going to try to clear off. So with Serana in tow, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. In this case, I was leaving Fort Dawnguard, and I'm still in the Dayspring Cavern area. You cannot use your horses in here, and so you have to run out. And so me and Serana are headed out this way. And again, I'm just in awe of the beauty of this area. And I was jumping there a little bit. It's funny. I think I know in Daggerfall. I'm not sure about Oblivion. Jumping is a skill, running is a skill, and you can raise your levels pretty quick just by jumping and running. And I was jumping there. I don't think jumping is a skill here. Neither is running. So it doesn't. The only reason I run is to shorten the length of time to get from point A to point B. So jumping is an old habit. I can't remember. I'm almost positive that you could get a pretty high level just from jumping in Daggerfall. I only played Morrowind minimally, and I know that's a lot of people's favorites in the Elder Scrolls series. For me, I don't know, there's just something about it that I didn't particularly like, and I only had the discs, and once I upgraded computers a number of times, I no longer had a DVD drive on my computer. So I got rid of my discs, and in this case of Skyrim, I have purchased it multiple times, which I'm sure Bethesda is delighted to hear. I had a disc version. I've had 2 versions on my my game computer that I've downloaded from Steam. So I've purchased it 3 times, but that's okay. That was a convenience thing for me, and more than anything else. And so anyway, I'm playing on the SE version, and I do not plan on buying the Anniversary Edition. From what I've read and from what multiple people have told me, it's just not worth it. It has bugs that need to be fixed. I don't know if they've fixed them by now. It's been coming up on close to a year that was released, and I don't see the need. They when they updated the Anniversary Edition, they updated the Special Edition with lots of things that I actually like. Nice additions, and I was like, okay, that's all. I don't need the rest of it. So the most interesting thing that I do have that I'm still curious about is the survival mode, and I'll talk about that often until I actually, in another save, actually try it and play part of it. I guess I shouldn't say anything. What I've read, it sounds interesting, but I don't like the cold part. I don't like, if I can't adjust the cold part, then I don't see the need to have it. High elf attacked me, and yes, where did you come from? Why did you set me on fire? It's like, ugh. You can see I don't need healing right now, but I'm trying to improve my resurrection. Now that's really interesting, that fellow just standing right there. Yeah, one thing I wanted to check is I wanted to change my healing hands to necromancy healing, so I can heal Serana. Healing hands was great when I had Macario, but I don't need that for anymore. She can't be healed by regular healing hands, but she can by necromancy healing. So got to keep an eye on that, because we got to keep her safe. She's my gal, and it's my intention to keep Serana to the bitter end if she's allowed to stay with me. I like her as a traveling companion. I know a lot of people don't. I think she's hilariously funny, and she becomes powerful. That's one reason why I tried to get her around level 10 as soon as I could get the Dawn Guard content available to me, which is where she came from. I just like having her travel with me, and I want her to be able to level up with me. So that's why it was important to me to get her as soon as I could. So I'm really trying to figure out how to get to this area. I don't know how. I've never been in this area, and so it was a little bit confusing to me. I go around the mountain. I couldn't find a path really, so I was having a little bit of trouble finding this cave. I did find somebody up here. I don't know who it was. I think they attacked me, right? Yeah, they do. It's a bandit. And it's like, don't heal yourself. Get your spells out. and I'm so sorry that I do that all the time. I hit that console key. The console key is right below the escape key, and I hit it often. So instead of getting rid of it all the time, that's what I do. So for some unknown reason, Serana likes to resurrect these dead creatures, and it really messes me up sometimes, because she will do it and I won't notice, and I'll think it's another one of the creatures that we just killed. And it is another one of the creatures we just killed. It just so happens to have been a resurrected one. Because I've never used that. I don't like doing that. I suppose there's reasons, a good reason to have it. It's like having a follower or something. But she's mostly, for me, it's just annoying. Plus, if it's a humanoid, they groan all the time. Because it's basically a zombie. And it drives me crazy. But, you know, it's okay. I see that my horse is still looks like they're following me a little bit. And so, let's see if I do some changing here. Yeah, let's make some decisions. What I want him to do is in combat, I want him to get out of the way. So flee is a good idea because for me, because if I don't, he could get in the way and get killed, or he's in the way of me shooting creatures or whatever. And it's bad enough I've got a follower I have to keep an eye out for. I don't want to have to keep out an eye out for my horse as well. So that's why I made that change. I had forgotten to do it, and then I noticed that my horse was running up there. Oh, who's there? I see this. You might as well say giant rat, and her, of course, her zombie. I think if the zombie dies, though, then it turns to ash, and whatever they had on them, I can pick up. So there is that. We can pick it up later, hopefully. I'm still wandering around at night, which I hate doing. I've just never been to that area before. I think it was kind of covered with fog before we started on this. We will find it eventually. Hello, little bunny. And oh, JC. And if you're right by them, it's really creepy sound. So it's like, ugh, yuck. Then I noticed there's like a burned out shack up here. I thought, well, why not? Let's see what we can figure out. What's going on here? If there's anything good we can pick up. Always looking for good stuff. But this looks kind of sad. This could have been a result of a dragon attack. There's a burnout person laying there. Sorry, person. You don't need your gold anymore, so I'm going to take it. Oh, and there's a chest. Might as well check that out. So this obviously wasn't a very rich person. But
what did you need?
Don't need nothing, Serana. So, oh, was that my horse? I don't know what he was doing. Oh my goodness, a bear. Yes, a bear. So for our house, I think we might need some, if we're going to do a bear on our trophies area. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Look, a horse just moseying on. Like, did you need me? We don't want them to go away completely, but still. I don't want you to get in the middle of the fight. And she's still calling around her flaming skeletal horse. If this is the first episode that you're watching, her skeletal horse, if you jump off your horse in a fight, she jumps off her horse, and it explodes. So you got to get out of the way. It's pretty cool looking, and it does damage to whatever it is you're trying to fight. So it's actually a useful thing. It's kind of cool. It's like your own personal bomb. So it's kind of cool. She has a lot of benefits. See? You people that don't like her, I like her a lot. And what do we have here? A novice necromancer. Where are there? A couple of them. Okay, I'll take you out. Oh, there goes her horse. Getting ready to explode. You see that? It exploded and it actually killed that necromancer. So that's kind of cool. I haven't decided why I'm keeping pearls. It seems like they were really valuable in one of the previous Elder Scrolls series, or all of them. So, I don't know. It's hard not to pick them up, even though I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be doing any spell making. And this is a dragon mound, by the way. I believe it is. That's where dragons pop out of. If you haven't seen that happen before. This big black dragon comes along and kind of shouts to it, and they pop out. So apparently that one hadn't popped out. Either that or it's a ruin that we're not supposed to go in, because they kind of look the same. It's kind of a bummer. But I think it's a dragon mound. Oh, we gotta be getting close. It just didn't look that far away. And I'm looking, it's like, okay, how... I didn't think we had to go around a mountain to get there. Now we go south, directly south from where we are. It looked like there might have been a road from the main road coming out of Riften. Not sure. So I'm weighing my options here. One of them is to just go down this mountain slowly. And I just wanted to make sure that I did have it marked correctly, because I do forget sometimes to click on the current quest that I'm working on. Yeah, she's kind of following me. Ah, don't fall. It didn't seem to be real terribly steep, so I felt like it was safe to go down and hopefully get us closer. And we found a farm. Not sure about these farms. Haven't really explored them very much. I don't even know what you could do. Maybe work for them? Who knows? So, I found a road. And it is the road that we would take if we were going into Riften directly. So I'm like, alright, going the opposite direction. I need to go back the other way. A little bit frustrated here. We'll find it. Can't be that hard. And I, honest to goodness, don't remember ever exploring this area of the map before. So I wasn't sure what to expect. So I was like, okay, is this the road? No, it wasn't the road. There should be another little road or a path or something. But I didn't want to miss it. Is it right there? It should have been right there. I think I did miss it. Turn around, go the other way. I'm using just the quality world map mod, which supposedly helps you see roads better. It doesn't help you see all roads better, but some roads better. Oh no, a Spriggan. I hate these things because they shoot magic at you from a distance. So if you try to outrun them, they keep shooting. Where'd you come from is a good question. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, the horse is going to explode. And it did. And it hurts me, I think. I think it does hurt me. So I try to get out of the way so that it doesn't explode all over me. And before we can get away, a frostbite spider shows up. I hate those things too. Of course, I don't know. Are there any creatures that I love? Well, I don't know that to be the case, but the ones that don't, I almost kill her. The ones that don't give you anything,
yes.
like Spriggans give you some kind of sap, and frostbite spiders give you some kind of low-cost potion. It bugs me. So at this point, I thought, you know what? Let's just take off running and see if we can get where we want to go quicker. And I'm like, all right, where is it? Where is it? And then all of a sudden, I see we're in a whole nest of spiders. There's like 3 or 4. And there was already killed one, so there was like 4 spiders. And all the time there's a wolf behind me too. And of course, where there's one wolf, there's usually 2 or 3. Good heavens! I've been poisoned apparently. I don't know what poison does. I think it takes away your stamina. Looking at my map, it should be right there. I should be right on top of it. Isn't this weird? According to my compass, I am right on top of this cave. Not according to the map. I'm sorry. According to the map. According to the compass, I'm not. Isn't that weird?
Another cave.
getting my hands all messed up. So I'm currently all messed up. Isn't that weird? And there's no there's no marker to tell you to go in. It was really strange. I don't know if it was mismarked. I don't know. But see, this is Crystaldrift Cave, but you are not seeing a marker. So I thought, you know what? I better save in case something happens here. It's very weird. So it looked like the map was off. Something was off in there. It's like, great, we're healing something. Because my hands were mixed up. And they're still messed up. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I do need to get a better frost spell. If I remember. So there was just a little wolf there. And I don't like the look of this. I don't either. This is really weird. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Gandor's last wishes. Okay, now we're supposed to get some amber and madness ore. That's interesting. The one who walked the Shivering Isles. Would that be us? Powerful illusion shall not obscure. To break the spell, one must first acquire pieces of what's... Okay. So, by the way, my cat is freaking out. Anytime we shut a door, he freaks out. Okay. No, well, the spell will be broken if it's not... Okay. So, I guess we put a quest on our quest log to collect a couple things. So we need some amber, which I don't think we've ever come across before, and some madness ore, which we have back at our house. So we can go collect those things. There's a couple things to look in here. Got a chest. This chest had some good stuff. Look at that scroll of blizzard. Those are worth 500. Full price. I mean, we're only getting a quarter of that. And so anyway, I thought I'd better check and see. I thought I usually miss things, as you probably saw. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting place, and so it gave us a new quest, and I have no idea what the quest is about. Kind of creepy. So Gandor has nothing special on him. There was a book, and it was worth 55, so I thought it might be like a spell tune, not a spell tune, skill book. So I read it, and I picked it up so I can take a look, and it's not. So then I felt bad because I didn't mean to take something. I don't know. This seemed like a sacred place, and I wanted to be able to put it back, so I dropped the book. It's like, I should have. It's really hard. That's one of the negative things about Skyrim as far as moving and placing things. It's very difficult. You use the your pickup key, which on a computer is an E key, and move things around. So anyway, I decided to take his weapon. I think we're allowed to. And so it's called the Staff of Charming. I'm not a person who uses the charming spell, but this staff is worth 800. So, you know, I thought, well, what the heck? We'll take it with us. If I can remember not to sell it, and don't forget, maybe we'll come back and save this poor person. We need a couple of things to help out, to help save. Then I saw some moonstone ore vein, and I decided to skip it for now. I don't know that I need that kind of ore. I really need a lot more iron ore. So if I see it and I come across it, I'm going to stop, because we need a lot more ore for building our house. If this is the first episode you're watching, I'm building my own house in Lakeview Manor. It's called Lakeview Manor, and it's near Falkreach. So it says obtain amber, and so I was like, okay, I can do that. It's a very strange quest. I don't need anything. You don't need to keep asking. So, you know, just looking around, saying, well, if you're hungry, if you need to eat, there's plenty of food. There's no doubt about that. It was just a curious little quest. Or maybe, I don't know. This was the follower that she had killed. It's like, wow, that must have been a hunter with all these pelts and rabbits and stuff. And a silver garnet ring worth 160. So, interesting stuff from that one. That was her follower. That they don't last forever. They die after a while. So anyway, I was thinking, okay, that quest is done, so I want to unmark it. We'll find those other 2 items along our way. We don't need to have them marked. And so here I'm looking at what is the closest thing to us? What is our what objectives do we have that are on the way? So I'm kind of taking a look here at what we need to do. There's so many things we need to do to get some of this stuff off of our quest list. So that's what I'm doing. It's kind of like, well, how far away is that? And we still need to find a couple more Elder Scrolls, and we will. Missing in action. That was the lady who's in that said her son had been taken, and her other son agreed, and we're going to meet him there. So we'll get there eventually. So anyway, we're done with this quest for now. We'll come back to it eventually when we get those 2 things that we need. So it's time to head on out to somewhere else. We can call our pony to come join us. Kind of blinds you at nighttime, doesn't it? It's very bright. It's like, okay, north it is. It looks like I am on that little path there. So it looks like, oops, I don't know where I'm going. It looked like that the little path that you follow, on the overworld map, it didn't show it going all the way to that cave, but it does. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know who did the mapping for Better World Map or whatever it's called. I don't know if they hand drew it. I don't know what they did. They must use some kind of software. So maybe some of these, the roads just don't show up very well. As you can see, I'm all confused. I was like, okay, what the heck? What am I doing? Where am I going? Why am I having such a difficult time? Turn around 2 or 3 times. It's like, just run somewhere. Go some direction. Instead of just wandering around back and forwards. So finally we make it back to a road. I'm not sure what quest we have marked. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out together. There's so many different ways to get into Riften, and I only like one way. There's like 3 different gates. I only like going in the gate by the stable. A couple of reasons. When I leave, I want to make sure that I know where my horse is. So if I forget, if I pop it somewhere else. And secondly, generally, I'm going to be heading that direction anyway, so it makes no sense to park my horse out back and then come out the front and have to go around back to get my horse to head back north or wherever I'm going. Since Riften is pretty far south, the only thing further south that we've had to really deal with is the Fort Dawnguard. So But anyway, anytime I come to Riften, I park my horse right there at the stables. And I'm double checking my maps. Like, okay, where is that? And that was the Redguard woman. If you remember, there was a Redguard woman that we were supposed to kill or help these guys find her. So when we talked to her, she said that they were mercenaries looking to kill her. So we're supposed to go kill someone in a cave to save her. That's what's on our task list that we chose. So when we are in Riften, since our husband owns this scorched hammer, we can come here anytime. It said lock, but as you can see, I just clicked it and it unlocked it because I have a key to this house. So I can sleep here anytime I want, which is great. And I was double checking. I only like to work at night. I work during the day, sleep at night. So that's what I do. I rest at night most of the time. And I believe survival mode you have to rest, so that fits in with my role playing already. And so, we'll see. And I was checking here to make sure that I wasn't in danger of being a vampire or anything else. Just making sure. If you have an affliction of some kind, then your active effects would be in red. And so vampirism, I think, you only have 3 days to get yourself cured. So I like to remind myself to check that every once in a while. So I thought, well, while we're here, what do we have to sell? This is our gemologist, and generally they buy, he or she buys rings and gems and things like that. And so I was just checking here to see. I didn't really have anything that I wanted to get rid of at this time. And then we can go over to the weapon and armor merchants and see what we can get rid of here. She's so rude. I shouldn't use her, but we have limited options. And it's like, look here, there's really nothing here. Probably should get rid of that mage staff. Look at that dwarven armor that I'm starting to find. I think you start to find different armor at a certain level. And I'm trying to hang on to these shrouded items that I found at I believe it was the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I'm not sure where we found them, but I'm trying to hang on to them even though there were so much, because I may want to disenchant them. And so I'm just trying to hang on to what I think I might try. We got some fresh meat that came from a quest of where we're supposed to look for a dog, which we haven't done yet. And so anyway, I was just checking to see what else do I have. It looks like I really don't have anything else. But I was like, let me look one more time, just in case. Some of this stuff is going to be used. I pick a plate up accidentally occasionally. Some of this stuff is going to be used for my house, so that's why I decide to hang on to it for now. Unless I'm like dying for space, then I'll hang on to it if I can, if I'm going to be getting close to my house anytime in the near future. So let's get our horse here and get going. For those of you who have not watched any other episodes, I do have the Convenient Horses mod. It has a lot of features, including the ability to have backpacks that your horse can carry stuff for you. I generally use that before I've built my house, and I carry all the stuff around, like the ore and ingots and anything that I'm going to be using to build my house. So it also has the ability to have a horse whistle, which has your horse come running to you. Also has the ability to have a horn that calls your horse from no matter where it is, it'll appear wherever you are. And the last and the best part of Convenient Horses is your follower that you have will be riding a horse with you. Prior to this, if you had a horse, I was thinking, what is going on here? Look at this. She's fighting a guard. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So, well, let's leave the area. Hopefully when I come back, we're not going to have a problem. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I don't think I've done anything I shouldn't have done. I didn't steal anything. So, isn't that weird? I don't know what happened. So I decided just to take off, get out of the area, and deal with it later. Anyway, I was talking about convenient horses and your followers. So, if you don't have that, then if you buy a horse, your follower runs after you. And if you get too far ahead, they give up and will go away. They will go back to wherever you picked them up from. So, to me, horses in the vanilla Skyrim were absolutely useless. So, I bought one. I was so excited about having horses in Skyrim because I absolutely loved horses in Oblivion. My favorite game that has horses ever, of any game I've ever played in my life. It was the best. The best animations. The horses looked awesome. And I think that if you had to have someone follow you, I mean, you didn't have followers like this, but say if you needed to take someone somewhere, like I think you pick up Martin somewhere, and if you get on a horse, so does Martin. He got on a horse and followed me. So I was very excited about Skyrim and got a horse as soon as I possibly could, and hated the controls. I can't play first person, and immediately died on falling off of the with that area there. I'm trying to say the Mage College. It's like there's that horse in there going in there and going to explode. So I'll just stand back and let the horse explode. And it's not exploding yet. I think it waits till there are bad guys in its vicinity before it explodes. There it goes. And it's like, here, you explode. Catch the bad guys on fire. I had never stopped by here to kill these bad guys, and I thought, you know what? They're annoying. Let's take them out. Maybe if we take them out, then they won't be there next time we come by. And I don't know if they will or not. I don't know if these... he just walked right into the fire and died. So that thing is just burning up the bandits as they come out. So that's kind of cool. So I don't know. If they restock new bandits, I don't know the answer to the question. So I thought, what the heck? We've come by here often enough. They're just annoying. So we're going to get rid of them. I'm not going to go inside. I'm just looking around. It's like trying to see them. It's like, where the heck are they? Where are they shooting me from? You must die. Now, I'll tell you what. We'll let one of your own bandits kill your own self because she resurrected a bandit. So I guess that answered my question about it. If she resurrects something, does it have the same skills that the creature, person, humanoid had before they were resurrected? And the answer is yes. That was a bow user, it looked like, and they were turning around and shooting bows at their own guys. So perfect. that's kind of cool. I guess that's cool. It just bugs me because they moan and groan, and I accidentally almost kill them sometimes. So I understand their help, especially if you're not playing on a very easy mode like I'm playing on. I don't have interest in dying and reloading constantly, which I would be doing because I'm such a bad fighter. Even with having a follower and all these other things, I'm still a very bad fighter. So that's why I play them very easy. But if you're not, you need more help. So I guess having resurrected zombies would be a good thing, I suppose. At this point, I'm just going to leave it on very easy. I may up it at some point. I don't know. I mean, as you can see, my health goes down very little. And for now, I'm okay with that. See, I don't know what's going on with the guards. Hopefully we don't have a problem. But the guard wasn't attacking me, he was attacking her, which is very curious. So I'm not sure what's going on. See, that map did not seem to match what I'm seeing on the screens. I don't know what's going on. Might just be me. In the real life, I'm not geographically challenged with maps. I'm actually a very good navigator. So, I don't know. I get lost here sometimes. Well, a lot. So, I try not to torture you too much. If I get hopelessly lost for a very, very long time, since I do edit my videos, I'll cut that out or speed it up, one or the other, just so you don't have to suffer through me being lost. It's like, oh, spiders. Serana, would you please take care of that spider for me? They usually do, or the spiders run off. Right now, see how it pulled the screen back. That means that the spider was on my tail end. So I wanted to look around. I don't know if she killed it. I can't tell. She's still with me, so that's good. People standing up to the Auric warriors. That's the ones that were wanting the Redguard woman. That's who we're trying to help in our current quest. Is she says she was being chased by mercenaries who were just trying to kill her. So we need more information. At this point, we're taking her side in the story, that she was innocent and that there were mercenaries just trying to kill her. So we're going to go to this cave and we're supposed to kill the mercenary. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And I'm trying to take the shortcut through the mountains, which basically is to go through Helgen. And if it works properly, then there'll be a path coming from this direction. It's around the right side of Helgen, so we don't have to go through the middle. And for my new viewers, I also try to sprint as often as I can so that you're not suffering through this. I absolutely refuse to fast travel unless we've got a problem that I can't fix. A situation, for instance, I go through a long ruin and take the shortcut out and I'm at the top of a mountain somewhere that to get out I would have to go back through the ruin, which might, if it's small, no big deal, but if it's one of those huge rambling ones, then if I can't walk down the mountain safely and to get close to where I need to be, sometimes I'll fast travel to the front of the ruin and go from there. Or if there's a glitch or I'm having a problem, that's about the only reason I fast travel. If I find myself fast traveling unnecessarily, then I'll stop playing for the day because that tells me I'm too tired to be playing. To me, fast travel kind of it breaks the immersion. There's a lot of things that break immersion that I don't have any control over. The load screens, I have no control over that. That's just a game mechanic that I can't help, but that's okay. I kind of ignore it, but I don't cause more immersion breaking things if I can help it. So that's why I don't fast travel. When I'm not doing videos, when I'm actually playing the game, I'm not live streaming this, obviously. When I'm actually playing the game, I'm immersed in the game. So the avatar that's in the game is actually me. That's me playing me with some great upgrades. Like I have majory and I have a giant house and horses. All these things. Those obviously things I don't have in my real life. But I'd like to be able to relate to the character. That's why I don't look like a lizard and I'm playing a female, and if you ever see the face of this character, you'll see the face is older. It's actually got a lot more wrinkles than I do, but it's close enough approximation to help me be able to feel like I'm playing a semblance of me or a piece of me. So my characters have a piece of me in them, and vice versa, perhaps. She's brave. I don't know that I'm brave. So as you saw right there, I was able to go right around Helgen on that one side. The next time I come through here, I'll try to go Helgen on the other side. But I've been having problems with that lately. I'm not sure if I'm coming from a different place. I just don't know. It's bugging me though. So, anyways, we are heading down, and anytime I come down this way, I'm probably going to come in close to my house. You can see my house is marked with a blue custom marker, and where I'm going is going to be right past there. Pretty much every time that I go close to my house in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to stop. So excuse a short break. So we continue on, heading to my house, and there's different ways to get to it, obviously, from if you're coming from the east or the west. And I'm still working on what's the easiest way to come from each direction. And also take note that this house has creatures that attack it sometimes. So you've seen wolves and bandits and thieves. What you haven't seen so far is giants. So I've had giants attack this house before. So I know it's possible. So I'm being careful here. There's also some lady down here who's doing something, and I don't know what the deal is. I should come down here and have a chat with her and say, what are you doing down below my house? I don't know who she is. I keep forgetting to stop. Usually I'm in a hurry because I'm doing other things, but here's my extra lumber. So looks like somebody was dead there. I gotta come back down here and find out what's going on. Anyway, giants. Yes, occasionally you'll have giants attack this house. So it really makes me hesitant to get chickens or cows or anything like that because of the creatures, especially the giants. Now, if Balmond is out there, he'll kill it. If you have a housecarl and a steward, which I plan to have, they can, if they're outside, then they will as well. But if nobody's outside, there's nobody to protect your animals out there. So I'm not sure yet. What I had done here, I thought I originally put a greenhouse on the left side of the house, okay? And what I wanted to do, and I thought I could do, is change that. I thought that I could change it from a greenhouse, which I originally built, to extra bedrooms, because I'm going to get a housecarl, I'm going to get a steward, and I want them to have a place to sleep. So I went to each of these workstations in search of what the things that where I could change it, because I would almost swear that I've done that before, but I could not see where I could change it. So if that's the case, then you should be very careful when you're putting the additions on your house. And I just did this by mistake. I've liked the greenhouse. It's actually a lovely addition. You can grow all kinds of things in all the planters, small planters, the pot. You're going to have the whole thing will be full. But what I learned is once you build your additions, you can't go back and change them. Not that I can see. Balamond is my husband there, and the reason why I chose him is because when he sells stuff, and I'm still not sure who he sells stuff to, he gives me half of his earnings.
The finest weapons and armor.
He also has the ability to give me iron ingots and corundum ore in that case. I don't know if that changes from time to time. When I get to the point where I'm needing those things more, I don't have enough, then I go ahead and buy them from him. So what I'm going to do now is just put that away, put the things that I just purchased from him away. I don't need them. So I'm not ready to do any more building. The actual structures have been built, but I need to do a lot more on the inside, and just wasn't ready to work on it at this time. So I was putting away the things that I had found. I bought some ore off of him, and just putting away the things that I plan to use later. my brain. I need more caffeine this morning, apparently. So I just trying to lighten my load. 310 is my max carry. Got 11 ingots. That's great. So you did see me buy some, and I do try to buy as little as I can. I try to find as much as I can. I'd rather use my gold for other things. So I should have put those shrouded things away. So as I decide whether not to do what I'm going to use my money for, in my mind's eye is going to be if I choose to do enchanting, which does cost. And then eventually, as my gold builds and I have nothing else to spend it on, then I will probably go ahead and use it to buy more houses eventually. I can't see any other things you can do. Why else have hundreds of thousands of gold if you don't buy houses? What else is there to use it for, aside from enchanting? After a while, I'm already overpowered the way it is, which is fine for my play with the way that I'm playing, but that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. So once we've determined that I cannot do what I want to do, which is change the greenhouse to bedrooms, looks like the steward and everybody's just going to have to hang around at night, then we're going to go ahead and head on our way to go to this cave and supposedly kill this supposed mercenary that's after the Redguard woman. So I'm just checking my way. It's like, okay, I could struggle across the water and go up the mountains and whatever, but I'm trying to be much better at staying on the roads. Since we have this mod, the map looks a lot easier to see. So, it's too bad that Bethesda didn't do that themselves. And I don't know why they didn't, but I don't like to have to look under fog and see if I'm going to the right place or not. I don't know. I don't know their purpose behind what they did. I've never read about it. I don't have any idea. I do know that it is very frustrating when you're trying to play and you can't see the roads and you don't know if you're in the right place, and then you have a mountain in the way and you have to decide if you could traverse that mountain. So it seems to me they could have made it a little bit easier. They could have put these better roads in themselves. I decide that because we're going to be starting to make a lot of furniture, we are going to need wood. And I decide to go ahead and stop here at the lumber mill and pick up more wood. I don't know how much I had. I didn't check when I was there. But the worst thing in the world is to start building and not have enough. So for every single shelf, barrel, cabinet, display thing, you're going to need wood. So just in case I'm adding a lot more. Costs 20 per, that's 200 per 20 logs, so 20 a log. And so I just go ahead and buy it. I don't know if I could have lumbered it myself. I'd have no idea, because I have the option to go do it myself. Can I just cut I don't know if I cut it, what happens then? Not sure. I'll try that sometime. This time I just grabbed them. And there's Serana over there chopping wood. I love her behaviors when I'm talking to somebody else. You've got to watch that. At this particular mill, she has picked chicken eggs and chopped wood while I was buying lumber. It's just the funniest thing. I love her behaviors. I never saw Mercurio do that, at least that I recall. So I think that's funny as heck. I don't know if each of the followers have different behaviors or if they have the same basic behaviors. I just thought it was just funny. So she cracks me up. I'm sticking to my story on that because I like her a lot. That just amuses me. So who knows what else she will be doing. So I can see that I'm still on a road headed in the direction of wherever the heck we're supposed to go. And so far so good. I like this big open area down here because you can kind of see where you're going. Mountains are lovely. They certainly add to the game, but they're kind of a pain in the neck when you're trying to get somewhere and you can't tell if you can go over the mountain or not. So you'll see me checking my map pretty often. It's like, okay, go left and then go right. At some point we are going to have to cut across land, but I felt it prudent to stay on the road as much as possible for as long as I can. Obviously, going across country, which you... let's take a moment here. Look right straight ahead. Do you see that? That's a giant on the main road, and I run as fast as I can past him. It's interesting. I thought, what is that giant doing here? They're usually with the mammoths, but he was with a cow. I thought that was really curious. I've seen giants in a couple of strange places lately, and that was another one. Very weird. So I lost my train of thought, and in the meantime, I'm getting closer to where we are supposed to go. It was time to cut across country. Oh, I know what I was going to say. In my very first video, I cut across country and come across a very strange woman who was terrified about something, and she gave us a quest with a location of some place that she was afraid of. So occasionally you'll come across some really interesting things when you go across country that you wouldn't have if you always stay on the roads. I'm trying to stay on the roads better in this playthrough, mostly so that I don't get lost so much, and I don't want to waste your time with me trying to figure out where the heck I am and how to get where I'm going. You don't need to see that, especially if you've played the game before. You kind of know. So I'm getting close to where I'm supposed to go, and I decided maybe a save is prudent at this time. So we come across this area, and it's Swindler's Den. This is where we need to be. This is the place we're supposed to find the person. It kind of freaked me out. Someone's standing there, and it's a bandit, so of course. Don't know what that was about. But we'll take your lockpicks irregardless. And I guess these 3 helms right here were stacked up on that pole, and when I shot her, they kind of fell off. Sorry, whoever they belong to. And that almost fell into the thing. It was funny, very weird. But okay, so now we're inside. And Serana, be quiet. We don't know what we're doing here.
I'm not sure I like these Alakir warriors hiding out here. They seem like...
So it looks like the or I don't know how to say that, warriors are sharing space with the bandits. So there's bandits here, and these strange warrior people, who we think that they're mercenaries, but we're not 100% sure yet. In the meantime, the bandits attack us. Oh, nice necklace. I like that for our possible enchanting endeavor. And where there are bandits, there's all kinds of goodies, so it's always good to look around. You never know when you're going to find a chest, or piles of gold, or what. So it's always good to look around when there's bandits involved. Sometimes bandits have magic too, so, you know, just kind of taking a look. See? I always like to look in areas where it's lit up. In Skyrim, if it was lit up, yep, there's a chest. That often means, not always, but often means there's some. Look at that, an 830 gold necklace. I mean, if you're going to enchant, holy cow. So it's always good to look in the lit up areas because you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes nothing. There was a hunting bow lay there, something, I don't know what all was laying there. So look on your lit up areas. It was very, Oblivion, it was like absolute. Here it's like most of the time. And more bandits. Okay. That'll teach you. She's talking to dead people, Serana. You silly woman. She's talking to dead people. That'll teach you what? Teach you to be dead? She's funny. Lockpicks, always checking for lockpicks. Get our skill up. I think there's an artifact that gives you a skeleton key. There was in Skyrim, so I assume that there was here too. I don't know for sure. But if there is, we're a long way from it, and I want to make sure that I have plenty of lockpicks just in case. I always check armor laying on places like that because sometimes you can get magic armor. Now I get a little turned around here It's like, okay, did I go the wrong way? Sometimes some of these caves, the doorways are really hard to see the direction that you're supposed to go in because the walls look the same. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going back the way that I came. And I still don't realize I'm going back the way that I came. Hello? Oopsie. And I've said many, many times, what would an episode of Rhiannon's Skyrim playthrough be unless I got lost? Serana, get out of my way. She's usually pretty good about not getting in my way too much. These really super narrow places like that, it's kind of hard for anyone. So anyway, I'm looking around and saying, which way did we go? Have I missed a path? I thought, is there a door? Which is so silly because I just got turned around a little bit. And I realized, oh, I have gotten the right direction and I haven't saved in a while.
What was that?
Who's that? Mr. Bandit. It's not going to matter to you for long. Bandit. Bandit.
That'll teach you.
It looks like she resurrected one again. It's like, where did the bandit go? Sometimes they get hit so hard they fly a long ways away. I want to make sure. It's like, and not paying attention. I was not paying attention. And this guy is beating the crap out of Serana. So I'm going to heal myself a little bit here. She seems to be fine. I would swear to you they used to have the bars that showed their health. I mean, does she heal that quickly? I don't think so. I already checked that one. So someone's shooting at us from across the room and I'm completely ignoring it. And guess what? So is Serana. She comes over here while I'm being shot and she sits down. It's like, what? Do you see that bandit thug over there that's shooting? Help me, for Pete's sake. And look at all this. There was a pile of 17 gold and individual gold pieces that I can't help but pick up. There's an amethyst or something. And a silver necklace. I think that it's nice to have these, if you're going to do any enchanting, it's nice to have lower level pieces like that for just to make something for practice. So she's finally taking care of it, or trying to take care of it. Maybe there was another one. I think there was another one. And I'm just checking the tables real quick to see if there's any valuables. Quit moving your leg. It's so creepy when the dead ones move their legs. I don't know why they do that, but it's very creepy. Yeah, there were two of them she was taking care of. You know, pick up the ingots as we go. We need that. I think. I don't really know those kind of ingots. Deer hides. I think that we need to have deer hides. I don't remember why. Kind of looking for ore, just in case. Ugh, quit checking the same one over and over again. And you're going the wrong way, I think. What a dodo head. Go back the way you came. I don't know why this one keeps messing me up. I'm not sure. I usually don't get so turned around. Maybe I was late in the day or something. I don't know. Who knows? Sometimes you should just stop playing while you're ahead. Okay, so now I'm going the right direction. I've already checked that. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Also saw something there, but I realized it was their hair. Must have been a lizardy type thing. Look at that. A skeleton in a bale of hay. Interesting, but you can't check the skeleton. He's reaching for a bottle of mead in his death. I thought that was amusing. Little side thing there. Okay. So we're in a new area, so let's take it easy. And there's a chest. Not bad. 55 gold and a potion of healing. I haven't seen any people in this part yet. A 60 value book about thief. And it didn't give me any kind of skill. So I don't know if skill books can duplicate. I've never known the answer to that question. I thought that was rather interesting. That it was a 60. Oh, look at that. When I jumped, I thought, oh yeah. Refined malachite. We need that for one of our... we need that for our house. I was very happy to find it because I knew I needed some.
Yes.
Just making sure
What
there
did you
wasn't
need?
any more ore laying around. So I don't know if I'm getting close or not. I don't know if this is a side area or not. We'll find out. So it looks like I need to go left, pay more attention. Oh! Serana saw it. Something was after me. Or did she? Or was it a trap? It was a bear trap. Stepped right on it. Jeez Louise. And water. So maybe we need to save since we're not lost. And there's water. Mostly in Skyrim it seems like you don't swim a whole lot. You don't have to. But there's like places like this where there is some water you can run across. Okay.
Your strength for you. Let's avoid any more bloodshed. I think you and I have some things to talk about.
Yes? What did you need?
So apparently he was talking to us. He wasn't just talking to. He said you've proven your whatever, and so let's have a conversation.
Stay your hand, warrior.
And before I can get
It's
out of
no
the water,
secret why you're here.
he's
You've
grabbed
proven
my
your skill
attention.
in combat. Let us talk a moment, and no one else needs to die. I think we can
Okay.
all profit from the situation in which we find ourselves.
We can all
My
profit
men
from the
will not attack you
situation.
if you will lower your weapons.
So
She
let's
sold the
kind
city
of
out to the
do some
Aldmeri Dominion.
inquiries. She sold
not
the
for her
city out to
betrayal,
the
Taft could have
the
held its
Aldmeri
ground.
Dimension. We're not.
The other noble houses discovered her betrayal
Okay.
and she fled. They want her brought back alive. The resistance against the Dominion is alive and well in Hammerfell, and they want justice.
So he's got an entirely
Of
different
course,
side of the
said
story.
why. What is it that she's calling herself these days? Shazra? Sadia? One of those.
So our
Did she appeal to
job
your
is
sense
to
of honor,
pick a side.
greed, a more base theme, perhaps? It doesn't matter. No doubt she's convinced you that she's the
Yeah,
victim.
she did.
But do you know why we pursue her?
Okay, why? She said they were assassins.
Assassins? No, nothing so crass.
So he's kind of
Sadia,
making
as you call her,
sense.
is wanted by the noble houses of Tanith for treason. We were hired to see her return to Hammerfell for her crimes. You can help us with that. And
So
I'm
he's
sure no
saying
one
that
else gets
we
hurt.
can help. So at any point here, we could have said,
She sold
I'm
the
here to
city
kill
out to
you,
the
and then the
Aldmeri
fight would be
Dominion.
on, I think.
Were it not for her betrayal,
But
the other noble houses discovered her betrayal. The resistance against the
she,
Dominion.
she,
is alive
this is
and
giving
well
me
in
reason to
Hammerfell.
pause.
She trusts you, at least to some extent. She sent you after us, and has no reason to think that you do anything other than that. Convince her that we'll be coming for her, and she needs to leave. Lead her to the stables outside Whiterun.
So
be waiting to
we
take
have
her
to
to
we have to choose which
I'll gladly
side.
share a portion of the bounty
And
in return
so
for
if he
your
has a
efforts.
bounty
Proper
and he's
justice.
willing to share a bounty, doesn't that mean that that what he's saying has some validity?
It will be good to finally be able to return.
I mean, there's so many different ways you could have
What did
done
you
this
do?
quest. You could come straight here and killed Kamatu. I mean, you could have just done that. You could have attacked her. I mean, there's so many different ways, and I don't know what the right way would have been. Amethyst, amber. Look at there. There's some amber. So we just found the amber that we needed for that strange crystal rift, whatever that place was. So I already have the madness ore at my house. I need to remember to grab that. That's a nice robes of destruction, price-wise. We won't use them, but price-wise, that was nice. So you know, look at these guys just standing around. As long as we keep our weapons
Yes.
down.
What did you need?
I need you to keep your weapon down is what I need you to do. So I decided not to explore much more here. Decided to just get the heck out of Dodge while we're alive. Isn't it interesting, the light coming in through there? I just had to take a look. It's very interesting. It has to be light from above shining out. It's kind of cool looking. I also thought maybe it was a way out, but it wasn't. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and take Kamatu's side on this particular one and go have another chat with whatever her name was. Some iron ore. We're going to go have a chat with her, and next time that I think it's Whiterun. Is it Whiterun that she has? It's Whiterun that she's in. We'll go have a chat with her
Yes. What did you need?
and see if there's any more to the story. I'm kind of tending to believe him this time.
Yes. What did you need?
So, I don't know. Very strange, interesting quest that you have to make choices. And there's nothing that tells me 100% sure which way is the truth. And I don't know if it does anything to your reputation which side you choose. So I was looking here, it's like, okay, I need to go that way. And there's no obvious stairs. There's no obvious down. It's like, let's see, do we want to get lost? No, we're just going to jump down and go. And just in case, we'll check a bandit in case we didn't check it before. We'd probably checked him 4 times in a row already. So here we are, getting ready to come on out of this particular cave. So now, we're supposed to leave Sadia at the Whiterun stables. So we will look into that when we get there next time. So, kind of looking through here and trying to decide what is next. What are we next? What are we close to? And it looks like we're close to, sorry that it's jumping back and forth as I'm checking my quest log. It looks like we need to go talk to the commander about the Dark Brotherhood. And I'm just checking. I got quite a few things on this part of the map that we can do. So I just wanted to make sure I'm trying to be efficient since I don't fast travel. On the miscellaneous ones, if you don't click the word miscellaneous, then it won't put whatever miscellaneous quest that you've selected as on your compass. Just kind of for informational purposes there. So in this case, we are going to head on up and we need to grab our horses to take off. And I think we're going to head up to talk to the commander. Is that what we picked? Yes, we're going to go talk to Commander, I think it's Maro. And what we're basically doing is saying we've destroyed the Dark Brotherhood. I know a lot of you all play the Dark Brotherhood, but I don't like to play that way. I don't like to play any kind of shady characters in any, thieves or assassins or whatever. I don't like playing those type of characters. So, in my research about the Dark Brotherhood, I stumbled across, you can destroy it. Yes, that's exactly my playstyle. That's what I would do, and therefore that's what Rhiannon decided to do. She decided to destroy the Dark Brotherhood. So, and she did, and now she's going to go talk to the commander who told her what to do. And I'm trying not to get lost while I'm doing it. And wolves. So we're going to ignore them, let Serena deal with them, or outrun them, either way. I had been checking my map. I need to kind of stay along the water line here to get close to where I need it to be. And we're trying to get to a road. I mean, the direct way would be to go west. But it doesn't look like there's any roads along this water here, but I guess there is one. It looks like there might be one right at the head of that water area, and I don't know for sure. It's really hard to see. Some on this particular mod, sometimes the roads are a little bit hard to see. Also see there's mammoths off to the right. Kind of want to avoid the giants and mammoths. Kind of want to hit a road, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do, saying I'm getting close to a road. Sort of. I find this part of the country is nice because it's flatter, but it's also very rocky. And of course there's mountains around it, so kind of makes it a pain to deal with. And I come up on the top here, and it's like, oh no. It kind of looks like I'm going to have to go down over the mountain anyway. It's like, oh, look, there's a shrine. And there is a saber-toothed tiger that's saber-toothed cat? I forget what it calls it.
Where'd you come from?
Saber cat. That's what it's called. And her horse blew up. I guess her horse doesn't hurt me because I was standing right there. And I didn't want to click on the Shine of Akatosh because it's like dragon scales. Do you want to take them? Yeah, I do. I didn't want to click on that because I have the Shrine of Mara. So I don't really know what all the shrines do. I guess once I get them built, by the way, I'm looking at going down this mountain or thinking about it on foot without hurting anybody. Once I get all the shrines built, then I can click on them one by one. And that's what I'm going to be doing in the basement of my house. I'm going to build a shrine, all of the shrines. And that's why I need those amulets and why I collect amulets, because I don't know what I have compared to what I need. Eventually, I will make a Microsoft OneNote lists of things that I need to build my house. And the quest log takes care of the quest pretty much, so I don't have to worry about that. But as far as things that I'm going to need, there's really no way to keep track unless I want to take a look here at the beautiful northern lights. Isn't that gorgeous? I have to make a list. I use Microsoft OneNote for this. I do have a personal retirement blog. It is retiredgeekwoman.com. And what that is, it's just a blog of anything I'm interested in writing about at any given time. And it could be anything from recipes to book reviews, movies reviews, and sometimes software reviews. And I did a software review about Microsoft OneNote. And I do use it in my personal life to keep track of my grocery lists, things to do, the family birthdays. I have a huge family, so lots of birthdays to remember. So anything I need to remember goes on there. It has separate notebooks. So I have a personal notebook, but I also have a gaming notebook. And that's broken down into sections of all of the various games that I play. Some of them are real extensive. For instance, I love playing The Sims. Sims 3 is my main one, and I keep track of all my families and birth dates, careers, and death dates, and age, and just all kinds of information. I normally don't do one for Skyrim except for what I just mentioned. When I need to when I get closer, a lot closer, I'll be making lists of things that I need to find. So like the particular kind of ore, a particular gem, particular animal part. So like if I want to build a, they have that trophy room where I could put animals or creatures, and it tells me what parts of those animals and creatures that I need to build them and stick them on a trophy thing. And I don't know what I want yet. It seems to me that one of the trophies can hold a dragon. If that's the case, I will definitely do a dragon. So it's just whatever creatures that interest you, that you like, that you want to see. So as you can see, we are getting closer and closer to our goal and for the end for the day. So I just need to check in with the commander and let him know that we've destroyed the Dark Brotherhood, and I think that completely ends that quest line. After we check in with the commander, then we'll have to make some decisions on what other directions we want to go in. There's a lot of quests up in this area, but I'm not sure if I want to stay up here or not. We really need to pick up more quests in the... I just don't like being up here. So I have a lot of quests in the other towns that I would rather be doing. I know that eventually we have to come up here. We've got a purchase agreement that we have to take to Markarth. Eventually we're going to have to go to Solitude. Eventually there's a part of the Dragonborn quest line where we have to go to a... It basically looks like Morrowind to me. And it seems to me that I've only played that part of the game once, and it was really difficult. And I need to kind of research or find out if I'm going to even play that part. So here we're checking in with Commander Maro, and we're going to let him know that we have, in fact, destroyed the Dark Brotherhood. And he can't seem to believe that we actually did it. I can, well, we are that good. And I don't know, I guess I should play it sometime, but I can't get myself to play dark characters, thieves, whatever. But we got 3,000 gold for destroying the Dark Brotherhood. I swear that's the highest amount of gold that I've ever gotten for a quest. But it was a big one, but still, it's like, wow, that was crazy. So next thing we're going to do here is check the other quests in the area where I think they are. We need to go up to the castle, up to Serana's father's castle. We're searching for her mother. We need to go to the College of Winterhold about the other Elder Scroll. So we're searching for some scrolls, and we're getting directions on where to go to search for that. And so I'm kind of looking over my various options here. We also... I don't want to get into the main quest line right now. I'm staying kind of out of that. And so here's another thing up in this part of the world that I could be doing. Should be doing. So anyway, I'm just going over my quest list and saying, okay, where are things and how far away are we from those things? And just trying to make a decision on what I want to be doing next based on where I'm located. Since I don't fast travel, that's something I have to add. So it looks like what I'm going to do next is we're going to go up to the castle, Serena's father's castle, because she says that her mother might know something about one of the Elder Scrolls, and she may in fact even have one of them. That's kind of how she got us interested in going to talk to her. So that's why I thought made sense that since we're in this area, look at her, she's cooking now. Oh my gosh, again, I've never seen Macario do that. I've only had these two followers. I think I had one other follower one time for a very brief period of time. I've only had those two followers, and I've never seen Macario do that before. What I was checking there to see if there's any place to sell anything, and there isn't. There's not even an inn here, I don't think. So we're kind of in a no man's land. There's a tavern, I guess. I could have checked there for sleep, but you know, I thought, what the heck?
You're the one all the gods are talking
Look at this. You went into that sanctuary and wiped out the Dark Brotherhood. Friend, I owe you a drink. They just love me now. So the guards love me anyway. I'm not sure they will love me once we go further into the the Civil War quest line, which at some point we will. I want to continue doing some of the more local quests for the various towns, because once you get more into the Civil War, then things change in the towns, and I want to make sure I'm doing as many quests as I can before we go any further with that. So we may be gathering a few as we go. This one I felt was important to take this a little bit further. So I was kind of watching what the Imperial soldier was saying. So what we're going to do is, once again, I have the most difficult time to getting to that boat that takes us over to Serana's father's castle. I can't find a road that takes me directly there. There is a road that comes up here. Well, there must be a hunter. That almost got off. It comes up to a certain point, but it does cut off to someplace else that you need to go to. That's, I don't even know if it's a quest. It's a cave of some kind. But it just doesn't seem like there is a direct road, because you can see that the jetty is off to the left down there. I can follow that road that I'm getting close to now, but it doesn't take me down to, I don't think it takes me down to the water. Maybe it does, and maybe I should follow that next time. But every time I come through here, what I end up doing is having to go over the mountainside and slide down into the area close to where the jetty is. So again, if you are a non-fast traveler and you have a tip on me, because you do have to come back here a couple of times, I would really appreciate that. Because I get really frustrated trying to get to that area. I guess I could have gone down to the water and walked along the water there, and maybe I'll do that instead of what I've been doing, like I said, is climbing down over the top of this mountain that's off to my right, that's blocking my way to get down to that jetty safely. There was a road right there. I don't know what it was. So what I did is just kind of get, kind of adjacent to where I need to go, and then find a place to safely slide down the mountain. In theory. I've been really lucky so far in this playthrough in that I haven't died going off the side of a mountain. That has not been the case in the past. I have died many times not being careful, but I found that if you could either take your horse or even just yourself and not run but walk, you can usually carefully slide down a mountainside without doing much or any damage at all. So that's what I choose to do a lot of the times for the most direct route, if I can't find a road. Roads are preferable, which is why I have many times come down this road. Many times I've taken that left road right there, and many times I've had to slide down the mountain anyway. So, I don't know. Maybe I should come up from there sometime and see if I can find that road and mark it somehow. I haven't come all the way to the far west side yet, so I don't know what's over there. I don't know if we end up getting markers or places to go. It's like, what the heck? Who are you? Why are you attacking me? Oh, you're a vampire. Well, not for long. Oh, and there's something there. Is it a wolf? Oh, it's a death hound. That's okay. Serana's horse just exploded all over it. What you got, vampire? Not much. Went ahead and took her armor, even though, look at my horse went down the road just a little bit. Thank you for running away. I don't want you to die. So what I did is, this road takes me down to some kind of cave or something at the end of it. I don't know what's down there, and you can see on my compass it's there, but I know that where I need to go is straight off the side of this, and there's just no road. So I came down to the end. It was called Rimrock Burrow, and you can see that I need to go back to get down there. That's where I'm going. So if I was going to fast travel, that would have marked me a fast place, but I just don't see that as a viable option. So My option here for the fastest possible way is to go down the mountain.
Yes? What did you need?
What do I need? I need to get down the mountain. So I kind of looked around and it's like, okay, where is the less drastic drop, and kind of backtrack just a little bit. And every time, I know you've heard me, I mean, how many times have we been here so far? 3 times maybe? 2 times? I don't know. You hear me complain about this every time, and every time I do it, I'm sorry. I don't mean to complain. But anyway, we're gonna find a safe place to go down to the castle. Don't follow me, horse. Not yet. Stay put. Stay safe. So, sorry about the backtracking stuff here. It's just, I'm always looking for a better way, and I end up doing the same thing just to save time. Like, okay, let's go down the mountain. As you can see, I'm not running, I'm going slow. It's a walk, actually. So I'm walking, and I turn my mouse, I use a computer, and this is a mouse keyboard situation. So I just turn my mouse so that I'm basically not going straight down, because then you will oftentimes fall really fast and hard. But if I let you see the third person, you would see me basically sliding down this hill. And there are certain places that it's a little bit flatter and you can do a run, but you got to be careful. And the other thing I'm also hoping is that Serana is following me, because sometimes what your followers will do is they'll go around a mountain to catch up with you. And in this particular instance, I think I kind of need her with me. I am going in, she's taking me into her father's castle. Underneath. It's like, what? Yes, we are going underneath her father's castle. There's some kind of fort there, and I don't really know what it is. I've never stopped by for chat. I don't think they're hostile. I just don't know who they are and why they're there. But I'm busy. I need to go right past them, because I think the jetty, the little boat that takes you, it's called Norwatch Keep. The little jetty that takes you across to the castle is right at the end of this little part that sticks out right here. I decided that for 2 things. I wanted to call my horse. I wanted to make sure Serana was with me, because I've had instances where I have gotten to the end of that dock and my follower is not with me. I had this happen with Mercurio one time, Mercurio and Serana, and they weren't there. They were nowhere to be found. And no matter how many times I jumped into the jetty and went across and came back, they weren't there. So I ended up having to reload back to where I thought they were there. That's why I'm turning around looking at her. I don't know what is she after. It's like, I can't. My horse ran off. She ran into the water. I don't know what she's chasing. I don't know what she's doing at all. But I want to make sure she's with me. So I went forward and she came to me. So it's like, please stay with me. I'm not going into your father's castle by myself, for Pete's sakes. It's called Volcare, Volkahar. I don't know what it is. So once we get here, I thought that she was supposed to tell me how to get to where we're going. She doesn't mention it.
Yes? What did you need?
I asked her about the Elder Scroll.
Dexian said something about that scroll. What was it? Something to do with dragons, I think. Maybe we should try asking at the College of Winterhold.
She's telling me
Sounds like
the
something
other Elder Scroll to check at the College of Winterhood.
Before my
Winterhold,
father
jeez
became
Louise.
obsessed with a prophecy,
So now we have a little
my mother
conversation
and
about her
stepfather
mother.
together.
She said
She
she
was
had
very
been
fond
close
of
to her
walking
mother,
the garden in the castle
and that she
courtyard.
had
She
an
taught me how
an
to go
alchemy
about
garden
cultivating
in the
holiday
castle
rituals.
courtyard. And she says
Like
she
the
used to
best
be
of
best friends
friends.
with her
I would
mom.
never hesitate to share anything with her.
And
was
then
very
things all
sudden.
changed.
It was almost like one day we were a normal family.
One
and
day
the
we're in
next,
North family, the next day I don't know who they were. That's why I
I'd
feel
try
so
to visit
sorry
my
for
mother
her.
in the garden and she'd quickly shoo me away.
She
saying
would.
was
Her mother
busy.
started shooing her away, saying she was too busy.
She had to be up to something in that garden.
And so
I'm
she's
hoping it's a
she's
clue that will
thinking
tell
that
us
there's
where she
something
went.
about that garden that may be a clue, and so that's why we're going to go to the garden to check it
Can't wait
out.
to see the courtyard again.
But that, you know, it felt like that Serana's parents were using her. They were using her as a pawn, which is another reason I felt so bad for her. It's like, okay, how wonderful was that? You know, that your parents are using you in some kind of disagreement. I don't know. I didn't like the sound of it. It bothered me a lot. So that's one reason why I use her as a follower. Is like, okay, let's go around the side of this castle here. Not really sure where we should be going. And I thought that she was going to tell me, but I don't think so. I guess she never really does, other than she said there was a way in that was not the main door. And as far as I can tell, this is the only place to go that's not the main door. So we're just going to come around the side here and see what we got. There's really nothing here. Of course, it's at nighttime. It's the middle of the night. But I don't see anything. I'm not seeing anyone or anything. And then you can see this is the back side of the castle. And it'd be a great time for us to save. Because we don't know what we're going to come across here. But it sounds like it's been hundreds of years since she's been here. And as soon as we get up here, we're getting attacked by something. It looks like a skeleton. And then it looks like there's a bunch. So we'll try to take them out as much as we can. This skeleton has armor on. And I'm sorry, I hit that console key again. Should take that key off. I wouldn't do that so much. Stairs that are caved in. And she's still fighting. And there are armed skeletons. We got armor on them. That one went off into the water. I didn't want to go after it. I kind of wanted to continue with our struggle here, so Serena didn't have to deal with this on her own. Come on out from hiding. I know you're up there. Ah, got him. And just quick healing to work on my restoration skill. And it looks like she's still fighting. Because we're still being shot at. Also checking coffins. Nothing interesting there. Hate to pass up something good. But we need to get back in here so we can make sure she's not hurt. We don't want to leave her to fight. Looks like she did pretty good on her own. No cause or anything. No, nothing there. I don't see anything over here. And there's still something shooting at us. Oh, from way across the way. So, looks like we got everything killed that needs to be killed. Oh, looks like she resurrected something. Serena, and she's hurt. Do you see that she was hurt? So, I'm healing her, but her health meter went away. I don't know what changed that. I don't know if the download, well, it's this obviously Hearthfire's downloaded content, but I thought it's like Mercurio where it doesn't stop showing their health meter until they're healed all the way. So is she healing herself that quickly? I don't know the answer to that question. So it looks like that we are in the underbelly of this castle. And it's pretty good size. And we don't even know what's here. I don't know why it shows me a death scene of a skeever kill. And that's kind of uninteresting. So we don't know what we're looking for, and I'm in the dark, and I can't see. And what I was looking for is I have a mage light. I think it's mage light. I have a mage light spell, so I favored it so that I can look for it. I think I should have done candlelight instead, because I didn't realize what it did. It puts a light and it sticks it to wherever you shot it and it stays there. That's not what I want. I want it to follow me. So I got to make sure that I have the right one. If I don't, I'll find another one. And there's so many of these doors that you're not sure where they go. Like this one, it looks like it's just a balcony. But the nice thing is it does show you what's coming up, so I guess that's a good thing. So Death Hound's on the other side of the door. Be aware. Yep, he was right there. And she took care of him. I guess I helped too. So this is just a really wild place with so much stuff I can't see. It's in the dark. So I pull up my mage light to test this again, and it sticks a light on the wall or wherever you shoot it at. So anyway, we'll get this figured out. And these death hounds, how annoying are they? It looks like she resurrected a rat. Okay. I think a death hound would have been a better choice, but that's okay. I'm just kind of going back and forth here because I'm just not sure where we're supposed to go yet. It looked like there was some kind of a drawbridge of some kind.
Who's there?
And it looks like something else has shown up. Serana say who's there oftentimes. I was looking for a handle or a switch or something. I don't see anything. No levers. She's taking care of business while I'm off looking for a handle or a switch to open that gate. This is an interesting area right here. We've got an enchanting table. Oh, an alchemy lab, I'm sorry. Vampire gauntlets, leather strips. We'll take those in case we still need them. And so just kind of looking around until I figure out what the heck we're doing. Another dark room. But I do see a lever. Now I'm going to bet that opened up that gate that we were at. What the heck? Where did he come from? I did not... Oh, he came out of a coffin. I never saw where he came from. He just kind of showed up. So I guess we need to be aware of closed coffins. An elven dagger of fear. That's a decent dagger. A journal fragment. Ring of destruction. 500 value. So that was a pretty good vampire to kill. Where the heck did he come from? I like to read the books as soon as I find them, or pieces of paper. Because if I don't, then I won't remember what it was that I needed to look for. And that's what happened here. It's like, read it. And I probably, something like that, it didn't make a quest, I probably should have dropped it. So I was looking, there was a ring that I found, and I just wanted to make sure that I had the best of everything on me at the present moment. I mean, that's a decent ring, but the one that we have I like better. So, you know, we'll either sell it or we should disenchant it. That looked like a skill book, but it didn't give me any skill. What the heck? Skeleton. I gotta be careful there because I don't want to hit her. I'm pretty sure she can die. And he just like vanished. I think he's way farther down. But we actually need to go this way because now we need to go out that gate that we opened. Yeah, that's the gate we opened with the lever. So, okay, good.
Take a left up here. This is one of
And
those
she's saying
weird
take a left.
double-barred
That's one of the
security
weird
measures that
double-barreled
Dark
security
Brotherhood
measures that my father put in when he got paranoid.
Follow that path around
So
and find
she's
the other
giving us
switch.
a little bit of direction. So, and not 100% because we still get, this is really easy to get lost in here. But she does give us some direction. She just told us to come this way. We could have gone right, but she said go left. So, okie doke. More death hounds. In the neck. Hi, death hound. Why are you running? I think I've kind of blocked Serana. There she comes popping in. Taking care of them. There we go. And it looks like everything, there's nothing much of use here.
Yes?
And I was looking to see if she needed to be healed, and it didn't look like it, so I'm going to let it go for now. I mean, the only way I know for sure is when she's bent over in half, I know her health is low. So, I mean, I don't know. If anybody knows the answer to that question, do let me know, because to me it's very frustrating now. Because what I used to know, I don't know anymore. A couple good potions here, some leather strips. And it's always worth checking these cabinets. There's 10 gold in this one. And there was 9 gold. That's 19 gold, almost 20 gold.
What did you need?
Doesn't look like there's anything over here. I was looking at that chain that was hanging down to see if it's something we should pull. I don't know. This is a very strange place. Creepy too. Like, okay. This is blocked by spider web. Never a good thing. But there was a chest here that was hidden in the spider webs. So it's like, okay, we're going to save right there and try that. We got 72 lockpicks. We're doing pretty good on lockpicks right now. And our level is about 33 and a half. So we're doing pretty good on our lockpicking skill, but we're going to keep trying. Here, I only used one lockpick to open that. And what do we get? 33 gold and a 500 gold scroll. That was worth it. That was worth a lockpick. So we're going to have to break through here. And of course, our gargantuan spider. A giant frostbite spider, so as if they're not bad enough. So kind of backed up to let her get in. And see, she's hurt. I mean, she's kind of bent over. And obviously her skill, her level, look at that, there's no bar that tells me how much healing she needs. So I gave her as much as magic as I had. And I need to find out if she's essential at this point. I don't know if she could get killed or not. I don't want her to. Okay, what do we got here? So it looked like it opened up another gate of some kind. And this is kind of a creepy looking area. Another little side door. It's like, I don't know if this is the way we should be going or not. Look like we need to go across the way, so maybe. There's no stairs. If there's no stairs, it means you would have to jump off, and to me that kind of says I'm not going the way I need to go. I only jump off if there's no other recourse, if I have no other options. So it feels like I should go back the way we came. Thought I better check the giant fighter. You get 2 frostbite venoms instead of 1, so spiders are still useless. For as much trouble as they are, what a pain in the neck. So we're gonna ignore them for now. So we're gonna come back the way we came. Ooh, yucky. Yucky down here. So I'm basically backtracking. And remember we had come this way. But I think that's what opened up for us, was that? Is that correct? It looks like that's in the direction that we need to go in. And there's stairs. So that's a good sign that we need to go. This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door. So she's saying that this is the correct direction that we need to go in. So I really appreciate it that she's telling us that, because otherwise, Lord knows. And now that brings us to the courtyard.
You've made it to the courtyard.
So this is the courtyard that she says that her mother used to come to, and we're just letting Serana basically look around and view. You know, she's giving us some information. What happened? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks dead.
It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries.
she says nobody's been here for centuries, which she had been locked away for centuries, so
This used to lead into the
has her
castle's
mother
great
been
hall.
gone that
Looks
long?
like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
poor Serena. I feel so bad for her. This used to be a beautiful place that she loved to come to. And now it's just, it's
This
trashed.
was my mother's garden.
She's saying this was the garden.
Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended
Well,
by
I
a
can't
master
imagine
for
tending to
hundreds of
something for
years?
hundreds of
She
years,
would've
being
hated to
human
see
and
it like
everything.
this.
So
Wait.
I feel so sorry for her. But she's going to give us a clue. Anytime she says wait, I wait.
Something's wrong with the moon dial here.
So there's a
Some of the
moon dial
crests are
here,
missing the dial is
and it
askew.
had these
I
little
didn't even know the
crests on
could be
them.
removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something.
So she's saying that there's some missing. So we need to investigate the moon dial. And if we come to one that's missing one, it says place missing crest. So
I'm telling you, there's
I think that
something
what that's
strange with the
telling
moon dial.
us, she's saying there's something about the moon dial that's the key to whatever's going on with her mother. So when I try to click one of them, it's saying you don't have the right crest. So then I remembered that maybe there are some crests that got hidden. And look, here's a full moon crest right there. So there is one. And let's see. And it was the right one in the right place. So what that tells me is that there's more of those laying around. And if we find them, maybe that'll get us underneath. So I got to run around and try to find the rest of them that were hidden. And this is a really dark, well, not very well lit area, and it's really hard to see. I know I don't need to go in any doors. I just need to kind of look around in all these trees and bushes and I don't know what all to try to find the rest of them where her mother could have just tossed them, because it needed to look haphazardly so that when her husband, Serena's father, came by here, that he didn't suspect anything. So that's why I'm kind of looking around in the dark, knowing full well there has to be at least one or two more that's going to open up something. At least that's what we think is going to happen. That's what Serena said. And there's no indicators to tell us where to look. So it looks like there's one in the water. A half moon crest was in the water, so I found that one. And it seems like to me there was another one somewhere. I'm just not sure where. And like I said, you can look around, everything looks like what got tossed, which was pretty smart when you're trying to hide something or make something unnoticeable by a vampire. And there's the third one. So I think that is all that we needed to be able to fix the moon dial. Yeah, we're not going in there. But I'm pretty sure that's all we needed. So let's find out. If we click each of these missing crest places, and we should have one more in our pack, and I think there's only one more missing. Maybe. And I guess that did it. Because as you can see, this whole thing is turning into a stairwell.
Very clever, Mother.
So
Clever.
this takes us down to Volkahar's
I bet they've
ruined
gone right out of
tower.
the courtyard and into the
And
tower next.
Serena's saying she's never
Well,
seen this
we're getting
before.
closer. Let's go.
And she's saying, let's go.
I promise you, it didn't always look like this.
And so we're going to ask her a couple
I'd
questions.
say the moment Mother fled the castle,
And she
we were
indicates
on
that her
a
father
rampage.
went on a rampage and
No one
destroyed the
hid.
place.
Anything at all that reminded him of
Because
her was just destroyed. It
and he
appears that way.
walled it all
I
off.
suppose
So
the
he hasn't
mother
been down here.
was
So that's
behind.
indicative that
Perhaps
probably,
if he'd spent more
most
time
likely,
with
that's
us,
where her
he
mother
would
is.
recognize the
And
beauty
hid
of
herself
herself.
very well. And she admires her mothers for that. It's still a bummer,
Turns
but
out
it's
my
been
mother
hundreds
was
of
sneaky
years.
like
So
that.
we don't know what the heck is going on. So we're going to go ahead and follow this on down. And that's a really good place for us to stop for the day. So next we're going to go find this really weird place that her mother is leading us to. And thank you for joining along. I appreciate it. Please consider subscribing to my channel. That will help me continue with what I'm doing. And also I have a Patreon account if you'd like to help. And that helps me continue doing this. So the most important thing is that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.